Hey family, it's Netta at Black Lives Count, back at you with another video. So family, I am coming to discuss a video today about the audacity of white America that wants us to feel sympathy, and we do feel sympathy for this young woman that was taken out by ICE a couple days ago. But no one had any empathy or sympathy for Mr. Keith Porter. And let me tell you, if you haven't heard about that, Mr. Porter was a black man who was also taken out by ICE on New Year's Eve. Now, you may, if you've heard of it, have heard one or two news reports about it, but nothing like we have saw in this instance with the young lady who was unalived a couple of days ago. There has been in her case a barrage of news articles, of televised news articles, of Caucasians up and down YouTube and everywhere else calling for the ICE agent to be arrested, to be, even some are calling for his unalivement. Now, the audacity is why I say is because where was the energy when this black man was unalived by ICE? There was none. There was none, and they didn't give a damn about this black man. Okay? See, we are cut from a different cloth. Okay? We are definitely cut from a different cloth. While we can be empathetic and sympathetic to others when they are going through their struggles, they can't give us the same. And I just say it's time for black people, because I had someone come into my comment section who said I was a coon because I talked on the young lady who was just taken out by a couple days ago by an ICE agent. No, ma'am, or sir, or whatever you are, I'm not a coon. I just want to advocate for my people, okay? And you want to develop a channel and talk about what you want to talk about, well, that's what you should do, okay? But I'm going to keep it real on my channel, period, for my people, okay? And I don't see the energy that we're seeing now for that black brother that was taken out. Go and look at it. Go back and look if you haven't heard about it. Look it up. Keith Porter was his name, and I'm just going to read a snippet of what happened to him and the response that his people have gotten. So, Copyright Act of 1976, allowances is made for fair use. All right, and this is an article by Capital in Maine, and it says, why no charges? Friends, family of man killed by off-duty. He was not conducting any official business by off-duty ICE officer acts after New Year's Eve shooting. After a man was shot and killed by an off-duty U.S. Immigration and Custom Enforcement officer on New Year's Eve in the Northridge neighborhood of Los Angeles, his friends and family as well as community groups are questioning why the agent has not been arrested in connection with the shooting. The Los Angeles Police Department has released little information about the killing of Keith Porter, who was 43 at the time of his death, and the ICE agent who shot him has not been identified. Jasane Tyler, a cousin of Porter, said in an interview that he had been firing a newly acquired gun into the air to ring in the new year before he was killed. LAPD and Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department have warned against the long-standing practice of shooting into the air in celebration for decades. It can only be deadly as the bullets fall to the ground, and it's also a felony in California, but it persists in many areas. In a statement, the Department of Homeland Security Assistant Secretary Tricia McLaughlin said the officer was in his apartment when he heard Porter firing. The officer took his ICE-authorized firearm, left his apartment, to investigate, McLaughlin said in a statement. When the officer encountered the armed suspect and identified himself as a law enforcement officer. Two neighbors told Capital and Maine that they heard 3 shots followed by a pause lasting about 1 minute. Then another volley of 3 shots followed. The ICE presence is very high, and the things they are doing around the community is is very terrible. It's not something you find comfortable living with, and I'll just stop there. But I'm gonna say this, all of America, white America, is outraged that a white woman was taken out by ICE a couple days ago, but no one, in white America was outraged that this black man was taken out by ICE a couple weeks ago. You understand what I'm saying? So now it's, a barrage of insults for any black person who doesn't, we'll say rest in peace in respective to the deceased, but what you want us to get out there and fight this battle because this white woman was taken out? Well, we won't do that. We're not doing it. We're still on vacation. We're still resting, and we're still taking it easy. We're still sipping our tea, whether it's hot tea or iced tea. So I just don't get it. A lot of people need a reality check. It is time, and I'm so happy to see black people, because I've seen quite a few videos of black people responding to this. It is time for black people to take self-care, and to take self-care for our own community. We don't have the essence, nor the time, nor the energy, nor do we want to try to advocate for somebody else's community. You people are lazy, and you people are very, very insulting when you think that we should take on your fight. See, for years and years and years and years and years, you have seen black people killed after black people killed. We've had too many. We've had too many. Tamir Rice, I didn't see one protest with white people led when Tamir Rice was unalived by police officers. A little child playing in the street with a toy gun, and they could have stepped up and talked to the child rather than just go in and shooting him. But I didn't see one outrage, you know what I'm saying, all throughout America by white people when that young child was killed. So I'm going to say this: handle your own business. Black people are done with putting themselves at jeopardy for Caucasians. We're not doing it anymore. We are not doing it anymore. We're not getting out there. We're not protesting with you. We're not protesting for you. We're not doing anything, because when black people were getting out there and they were being beaten and abused and mistreated, I remember in 2020 when the George Floyd protests were going on, and they were shooting black people with bullets, with rubber bullets. And I remember a senior sister who was possibly, I think she was like in her mid-60s, that was shot in her eye with a rubber bullet. That woman lost her eye. You didn't see all these news articles and things going on about what was happening to black people in the streets. No, what they were saying, they were sending out Antifa, okay, to terrorize and tear up stuff and burn down stuff so that black people could be blamed for it. They didn't send out Antifa for all these other protests that white people have been having. So we are done. We don't care. America can burn and crash, and we will be celebrating with our family. We don't care. We don't care anymore. That's right. We are living in the fuck around and find out stages of black people don't give two fucks anymore. And that's just the way that is. And that's the way that will remain. Okay? Because right is right and fair is fair. And that's the way we're going to just roll with it from now on. So, family, like I said, keep sipping your tea, your lemonade, drink your hot cocoa, because it's winter time. Get out there and get your little walk in, your exercise, go to the gym, go swimming, do all the things that you want to do. But don't worry about America crashing and burning, because it is scripture, it's in the scriptures, and it is biblical. America is supposed to fall. It's supposed to crash and burn at this time. And this is only the beginning. You people have seen nothing yet. You think this is it? It's not. We're not fighting for white women anymore. Just like the boycott with Target. Now, I just never been a huge shopper at Target. But if I want to go to Target, I'm going to damn Target. I don't give two fucks about protesting, because the people that benefited from DEI and the other things were white women and white men. That's who benefited from it. So I'm not advocating for black people to fight for these things. I'm not at all. And any black person that feels you should be fighting for it, then carry your ass out there and fight for it, okay? You have all the power in the world to do that. But don't come tell other black people what we should be fighting for. You go fight for what you want to fight for, okay? All right, family, I thank you so much for joining this video. Please like, share, please comment if you so feel like it, and subscribe. We need you over here. We want you over here. The more, the merrier. All right, family, peace, love, and blessings to you, and Black Power, family, always and forever. All right, bye-bye.